Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. Today we're here in Winter Park, Florida, where Fred Rogers actually attended college here at Rollins College. You can see on his blue sweater there, the R for Rollins. This was his neighborhood for a while, and Christmas time always makes me think about people who do things for others, and I feel like Mr. Rogers did the entire world a favor while he was on public broadcast, you know? There will never be another Fred Rogers. I've visited these spots before, but since I'm in the area, we're gonna go visit some spots of Fred Rogers and do some other things. Yes, Fred, I will be your neighbor today. Now, let's take a closer look. Okay, now we are in Winter Park in a neighborhood not too far from where we were at the Floyd's Barbershop. And a lot of these houses down here remind me of stuff you will see in Hollywood. A lot of these look like celebrity houses. They're obviously upscale, you know? But straight ahead down the street here is where Fred Rogers lived. Yeah, holy cow. That's someone's driveway. This house looks like it would totally be in an 80s film. This house looks like it could belong to Norma Desmond. This does have a Sunset Boulevard kind of vibe. Now, Fred Rogers attended Rollins College and graduated in 1951. And while he attended Rollins College, he actually met his wife, a piano player, now the name of Joanne Bird Rogers. And it's just kind of crazy that, like, Fred Rogers actually lived in Winter Park. He's obviously a Pittsburgh native. It's where he made his television show. And I found out recently that Michael Keaton actually worked in that production. That was how he got his start in the business. Some of these houses kind of remind me of like Ferris Bueller's house. But I do enjoy Winter Park. I can see why Fred Rogers liked this area. Besides going to school here, he could have lived anywhere. But he joined the rest of the turkeys in Winter Park. Wow. Look at all the petals falling from the tree here. There's a lake behind Fred Rogers' house and this really cool house right here. Kind of a boxy house. There's a lake back there. And there's tours that Winter Park, the Scenic Boat Tour is what it's called. And they'll take you and show you the backside of Fred Rogers' house. But we're gonna go see the front side. And we arrived. This is where Fred Rogers lived while he was attending Rollins College. He stayed here. This was like his getaway home, I guess, when he would come down and stay. And look at the house across. Wow. I'll tell you, these houses are beautiful. I'm gonna cross and walk up and show you. It's really interesting too because the house is completely grown over with this like vine, and it makes the shape of the house too. I mean, it's so cool. And they have these privacy hedge, you know, but you can still see the house pretty well. And it's hard to drive by and kind of get to see it, but there you go. That is Fred Rogers' house. Mr. Rogers' house in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Can you believe it?
I love that. What would you like to say? Where do you live in Florida? Oh, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yeah, I live in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Abby's never seen this before, and
very cool.
We were in the neighborhood, if you will, and it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful
Won't you be
day.
my neighbor?
I will.
Yeah, this is something. That's it. Fred Rogers' house. Now, I know Fred was living in the house while he was attending Rollins, and then he would come down, I believe when he was visiting Joanne, maybe. I'm not sure the history of when he would come down after Rollins, but he basically came down as a snowbird, which is a term for people who live up north like Fred Rogers did in Pittsburgh. When in the winters come and it's so hard because the winters are horrible, come down to Florida because it's nice, like in December. it's nice. And I know that's what he did that. Plus, this place is so pretty. Beautiful vine here. No, that's a wind chime. I thought it was a church. That's a wind chime right there. But I can see the charm around this area for sure. Got a few other things we're gonna do today, including a really cool cemetery that Abby and I just actually found. Never been there before, but there's a lot of cool tombstones and designs and everything. This is Palm Cemetery in Winter Park. A lot of famous Winter Park people are buried out here, including one of the co-founders, an architect, and several other notable folks. There's a lot of peacocks and stuff out here. Some very interesting cemeteries, and we're gonna kind of walk around and take a closer look. And there are some old headstones here, 1929. It's not that old, but 1863 to 1929. Still a little old. Yeah, these two are very interesting, the two angels. It is pretty out here, all the different trees and everything. This one always reminds me of the Rob Zombie Halloween. That's the Judith Myers looking headstone there. It kind of reminds me of it. This is very interesting. I really like that. I did a video on a weeping angel once before, and in Columbus, Mississippi, and that's where they say there's a haunted one, where people have come out and photoed, you know, the angel, and they will go back and look at their photo, and the angel's hand is swapped. You know, it's like a folklore thing, but people claim that certain ones will change. A lot of angels in this cemetery. This one has to be the most unique. The Winter Park peacock for Max and Betty. Armentrout? Yeah, Max and Betty Armentrout. Well, I only have some limited time left in Florida because the holidays are right around the corner, and I always go home for the holidays, so there's gonna be a lot of traveling videos. Got some places we're gonna be going for a few days, and I figured today would be a good day to track down some spots that I've shown before, but I have to do it every year from Ernest Saves Christmas. Abby's never seen some of these spots, so I figured we do Mr. Rogers and then go see some Jim Varney Ernest spots from the 1988 classic Ernest Saves Christmas. Let's go see a few spots, hit up some stuff downtown. All right, come on. All right, we are down on Sly Boulevard at the Amtrak station. And this is the train station that Harmony Star is trying to skip out of town with Santa's bag, Santa's sack. She's got the red sack. She goes into this building here, tries to get a ticket, gets a ticket. But before she goes to that building, she comes right over here, and she can be seen running on the tracks here. We're gonna go and do the same thing. And this might look familiar, but she was running from this direction here. We're gonna go down and do the same. So yeah, Harmony was running this way. She ran across the tracks and went inside the train station. And this is what it looks like December 2024. Always try and do an update on Christmas of one of the best Christmas films of all time. You know what I mean, Vern? We're gonna go inside as well. Now right here, Abby, this is where the whole scene took place, where Harmony was talking to the kids, and the boy said if If that's, the little girl said, if that's Santa's sack, then why do you have it? That all happened here, but let's go inside. I think she came through this door right here, even though she obviously came through the other door. But yeah, in the film, you can see this staircase, and she comes in here. This is the front counter where she bought her ticket. And this is the train station right here. And she sat right here. That's where she sat. And I believe the kid and the sister, the boy and the sister, he was bugging his sister and the mom. They were all sitting here. But that's it. I love that they have the Christmas stuff here when I come in every year because it feels like the movie. But the shot was right here. The family was sitting here, and that's where Harmony was sitting. Oh yeah, in the film, there's a clock hanging right there, and that looks like that's where it used to hang, and the camera panned down, and Harmony was sitting right there. But yeah, this is it. Let's go outside one more time and get a look before we leave, yeah? Yeah. It's cool, right? And look at these old payphones in here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? A little further downtown, Orlando, on Orange Avenue right now. And we've got a couple of blocks until the Ernest spot. But I figured I'd take you down this little alleyway here. The Beecham is right across. This is the Ange-built hotel here. Gonna go around back. I always film the other side, Orange, because Orange Avenue is kind of like the nicer side. I mean, it's more, scenic, but this hotel's cool. But we'll take the back side to get there. Wall Street is blocked off. They've got a game going on. And the star marks the spot. It's legit. Right over here, the next street over. On Pine, where Ernest and Santa pick up Harmony Star. And they put a star out just for her. Right up there was the Orlando Fanatic sign, and Harmony comes running out. And the waiter's like, wait a minute. You forgot something. All of that happened right here. Then she ran straight ahead. There was a Santa Claus right over here ringing his bell. Ernest and Santa pulled up, almost hit her right over here in this intersection, which is a very busy intersection. How Disney pulled this off, John Cherry pulled this off, I'll never know. And that's where they pull up, almost kill Harmony right here, and they take off. The Santa was standing here. There's a lot happening right now downtown. The Orlando Public Library always looks like something out of Gotham City to me. By the way, if you're downtown Orlando visiting, or if you live here and you've never done this, this is a museum. This is the History Center. There's a ton of theme park and Florida history in here. Ted Bundy, Walt Disney, just to name a few names. All kinds of history in here. It's really, really cool. We've got one more place to hit up. It just makes me sad that I can't go to the house. I mean, I can go to the house, but it's a new house. And Adam and I went there the last time. We hung out. And it's a bummer. So I don't really go back over there anymore, And the Wells Fargo building in the distance up here, that was the movie studio that was trying to sign Joe Carruthers. That was it. That was the Wells Fargo building downtown. And now, everyone, this is where our journey ends, right here. This was in the film the Orlando Children's Museum. I think at the time in Orlando, though, this was the Science Center. And now it is the Shakespeare Center for Orlando. But this right here is where Joe Carruthers officially becomes Santa Claus. And right here is where the famous scene happened of air brakes. And jingle bells, checkbook swells, big deals on the way. Hey babe, pop it in the shade. What do you say? All right. Glad that car didn't hit me. That's where he opens up the sack and they start looking through it with Harmony. He also has his face against that door up there. Going, Santa, are you in there? This is where it took place. snowing in Orlando happened right here. Well, we came, we saw, we took care of business, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Episodes are coming, and I'm super excited to share with you all the traveling, and there's gonna be a lot of fun episodes. I'm super excited. If only this weather here in Orlando would shape up, because it's affecting everything. But I'll see you on the next adventure where Joe Carruthers and I actually see if the air brakes work since 1988. See you on the next episode. Till then, stay weird. Goodbye.